We want to go back to the immigration showdown and the folks caught in the middle. We want to bring you the story of Adrian Gil Rojas. He's a man who was here legally and claims he was mistakenly detained by ICE and thrown into a detention center. Weeks later, and because of a plane malfunction, he and his attorney believe he didn't end up at El Salvador's maximum security prison. This is the only time Rojas has spoken to an English language network. And here's what he had to say.
La verdad es algo que es inexplicable lo que uno puede llegar a pensar en ese momento porque solo lo sabe la persona que lo está viviendo. ¿Qué le puedo decir? Es algo que eso me tenía muy traumado, la separación de mi familia, de mi hijo, que es muy apegado a mí.
Adrian Gil Rojas has reunited with his family after an experience he says changed his life. ¿Cómo pudo afrontar la situación todo ese tiempo? How were you able to manage during that time?
Ser removido, deportado a una prisión donde no pertenece uno como persona, porque la verdad no soy una mala persona, no tengo delitos, no tengo nada, y eso me perturbaba demasiado.
Rojas, originally from Venezuela, was detained in January by Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. His lawyer tells us at the time they were searching for someone else.
It was early in the morning, and ICE basically just entered his home without any permission, didn't have any reason or evidence to detain him.
But Rojas' case is unique compared to other recent ICE detentions. Rojas has temporary protected status, also known as TPS. Rojas received TPS in 2024, which means he was in the country legally at the time ICE went into his home.
He's a TPS holder, and if you have TPS, you cannot be lawfully detained.
Luego me llevaron al centro de detención y empezó todo ese largo proceso, el cual no se lo deseo a nadie ni quisiera volver a repetir nunca jamás.
Rojas and his legal team say while he was detained, he was never told why. It wasn't until 2 months later he was told his TPS was revoked due to his affiliation with a gang, Tren de Aragua. The government citing his social media posts and his tattoos as evidence. But Rojas says that's not true.
No, nunca he tenido ningún tipo de conexión ni comunicación con ningún miembro de ninguna pandilla.
His tattoos are very personal. They honor his mother and his child.
What is your reaction to those allegations?
I'm going to be super clear. My client is not a gang member. There's no evidence whatsoever that he has ever been a gang member. He was detained for 2 months. He was never made aware.
ABC News has reached out to the Department of Homeland Security for comment, but the request has yet to be returned. Weeks after being detained, Rojas' wife reached out for legal help, hoping it wasn't too late. Rojas, however, had just been put on a plane in Texas.
He was on the plane, but due to the plane malfunctioning, they all had to be returned back, which brought us an extra day to be able to file this habeas.
Le doy gracias a Dios primeramente que ese día el vuelo no pudo salir.
Rojas tells us the following day, a flight left from where he was being detained, and he saw it on the news. It was one of the March 15th flights that were transporting more than 200 migrants to the El Salvador prison, CICOT.
Que fue cuando me doy cuenta de que el vuelo sí salió y personas que yo vi en ese momento que estaban en mi entorno, las vi allí en esas noticias, en todo eso, en El Salvador.
So what would have happened to Adrian had he been sent to El Salvador? I mean, he's not even from that country, he's from Venezuela.
That's correct. I think we would have lost contact with him. I don't think that we would have been able to get any form of contact with him. The clients that we have had deported to El Salvador, we don't know where they are. We don't know what time they arrive.
Are there other cases where individuals that have TPS status and are also being detained?
I can't speak about the number of people that are in detention with TPS, but yes, those deportations have happened and they were unlawful.
Yeah, it seems like the status is being completely ignored.
Exactly.
Whether you have it or not, you're being removed.
Right. I think that's something we need to think about. What protections do we actually have if you're applying for this legal form of status and it means nothing and it lands you in detention and potential deportation right after?
Ahilan Arulanantham is with a group of attorneys who just recently blocked the Trump administration's termination of TPS for hundreds of thousands of migrants from Venezuela. How do you think this will play out? I mean, I know it's hard to say. This is something that you're still in the middle of, but is it legal what the government is doing?
There's a lot of lawless behavior going on. I hope there's a way to stop it. The courts can play some role, but I also think it requires political pressure to create that pressure as well.
It's unclear what's next for Rojas, but for now, the government is monitoring him, and his next hearing is scheduled. The judge recommended an ankle monitor be placed on Rojas pending a future immigration hearing.